got 2 sets of keys.
Yeah.
These 2 are for the engine part. These 2 for the habitation part. Now it's different with yours because you're an A-class. It's been all built as one, rather than your standard coach build where this is built first and that's built separate.
Right.
So the tip that I've been giving people for the last 12 years, and still people don't know about it, is when you take your key out, turn it back the other way.
Alright, okay.
So open it, but then turn it back the other way and bring it out. Right. So the keys are in your pocket or the keys are in the bag. You want to lock the door because it's been open. Now I can just come back and I can lock it without needing the key. So inside you've got filler cushions for the makeup bed. You've got the old registration plate there, which I took off for you this morning and put the screws in there, so in case you ever come to sell it and you need it back to the original plates, it's in there. And in here is where your cassette toilet is. So here we have the refrigerator vents. We've got the gas locker with the gas low system, or gas it as it is with the red bottles. The gas low is yellow. So filler's there, clips onto these lugs here, fit fastens on, fills them both up. As long as they're both open, you've got the auto changeover valve. So once one's filled, it'll then switch to the other one and allow that. Just basically by unscrewing the tops back down. So if that one's closed, that one's closed. If you want them to be open and to use both, and just allow them to switch over when they're empty, then just keep them both open.
Closed open.
There's an anti-crash valve there, so always make sure that that's been pressed in. If it detects that you're in an accident, it will cut the gas.
Right, smashing.
Nothing else really. You've got your anti-crash valve there as well on the actual valve, so you've got the double whammy.
Right.
You don't need to worry about anything. Just allows you to use the central heating while you're driving, basically. Not that many people do. And it is a preference really. So the good thing is you've got a picture there. The amount of people that have put fresh water in there is beyond me. So you've got a sticker there. Again, I need a key. Back to the engine key. Not the round ones, won't do anything for it. Very jazzy. Just a wet box. Hook-up cable, chocks.
It's quite big, that actually.
It is deep.
And then big hose to get rid of any wastewater. That's all in there. Put your wellies in there, put your wet boots in there, anything like that, just to get rid of it. Fresh water, need a key. Back to my round keys now. Turn it, push it in, and it come out. Put the hose in there and fill it up. How do you know when it's full? Water starts coming out.
How much does it hold?
Around 100 litres.
Alright,
So on a good week you probably wash it 3
well, our last one was 70, wasn't it?
Yeah,
so
you know what
really
the trade when you're showering, turn
switch
it on,
off.
get wet, turn it off, so cool. The flue for the boiler is here, still kicking out some nice warm heat. And then in there is the actual boiler. Now this makes life easy for the guys that service it, because normally they're tucked away, they're in the way. So it's very easy access to get to. When it comes to winterising, you're going to be draining all the tanks, you're going to be opening the taps, but you've also got a release valve there as well to drain the boiler. Lift that up, all the water will come out. Don't really need to do anything else with that. If anything is faulty or anything like that, you come across it, please don't look at the manuals, please don't try and figure it out yourself. There is gas, there is electric there. So yes, makes life very easy for the technicians that work on them. But again, Pilote, your continental manufacturers, your Italians, your French, your Germans, they know how to build these things. And they put the British market to shame in some cases. And in there, because you've got this double flooring effect, you've got that right in between there, You've got that insulation. You know, they're all little tips and advice. All helps to give you that peace of mind when you are away and you are camping, that you've got a good vehicle here, you really have got a good vehicle here. And then at the back you've got that twin lens reverse camera. The twin lens reverse camera gives you that advantage. So not only is it giving you your rear view mirror, essentially, and showing you what's behind you, but when you put it into reverse, it then gives you the view pointing down. So it gives you the idea of if there's any vehicles or walls or posts in the back. But if you want to jump inside, then I'll go inside with you and we'll go through all that.
Great.
It looks loads posher than I remember.
Yeah.
Configuration on how that bed works, we will be here all day.
Yeah.
Because it's like a jigsaw puzzle. It is a make-up bed. Please bear that in mind when somebody is sleeping on it.
We don't plan to use that.
No.
That's
really,
alright.
yeah,
If
yeah.
you ever did, I would suggest that you get a mattress topper just to lay over the top because it is all higgledy-piggledy and it's not the best night's sleep. Your main function is that bed up there. That is the beauty of this vehicle. That's why it allows you to still keep it compact because the bed is on the ceiling. To do is release the catch and take it down as far as it will go. Now it won't go all the way because you've got the biggest book back I've ever seen in my life. Please treat this as a Bible. Wherever you go, it's all the paperwork, it's all the manual. So treat this like a Bible. Wherever you go, take this with you.
Right.
Spend time going through it. Get confident with your vehicle. First couple of trips away, go local. Don't go too far. Go on the drive if you have to, but just get familiar on how the van works. Safety belt. I'm saying it sits on there. It may not. It may do. Let's find out. That's now solid. It won't go anywhere.
Like hinges, isn't it? Yeah.
Right.
We'll load up to 42 stone. So basically, that's telling you that it's equivalent for 2 adults to lay up there and to get comfy. You've got a normal sized double bed.
Yeah.
Undersheet, duvet, yes. Pillows off.
Alright, okay.
Won't close with the pillows on. The ladder, they clip onto there. But not only that, once they're on, you can actually lock them into place so they won't ever come off while you're getting out and about. You have also got safety netting as well. If any kid is up there or you feel a bit unsafe, you can put that safety net up there to stop you from falling out. You'll be fine. You'll only do it once.
When you're drunk and on slow.
Yes. You have got reading lights up there as well, so you can get them up. Always remember, because it's happened to me, get that clip in because it does come down on you while you're driving and you think, what's that coming down on me? And again, just release the catch, pull it up and it's back into position. Release the catch, pull it up.
Right.
Chairs are on a swivel, so you're going to leave it down here. Where does it go? Oh, so you pull back and that'll now spin round.
Right, yeah.
People have said, does it lock into place? Yes, it does. But you can just leave it so you can rotate whenever you want.
Yeah.
And again, you've not got a coach built, so you don't have to adjust the chair to try and spin it round.
So
you just adjust it.
Yeah.
So the passenger seat, that's the best I've seen. You've also got your MOT and service what was done to it.
Great.
So 2 new tyres on there, it said labour and finance. You have got a fire extinguisher down there. So yeah, the cassette toilet at the back. Come through. So open and close, use that lever there. You've then got the flush, which won't work because I've not got my pump on, but when you've got your pump on, your flush will work. Again, pump on for your taps, for your shower. You've got individual light switches for various ones. So if I were to come to this van initially with no power to it, still got the heating on, the heating's on, but I'll go through the heating with you as well. You will just come and click it on. That is telling you that you're on, that is telling you that you're hooked up, that is telling me that I'm using my 12 volt sockets, and that is also telling me that my lights are on. If I ever want to go to any settings, I just turn the dial once. That is the back end of the motorhome, so that's telling me what is in my leisure battery. That is the front of the motorhome, so that is telling me what's in my vehicle battery. That is an open tank, so that's telling me what's in my fresh water.
Alright.
That is a closed tank, so that is telling me what's in my wastewater. So when the services have been done, the habitation check, they've filled the tanks, they've cleaned the tanks, and they've just left some water in there if you need to. If I continue to scroll across, I have got my temperature inside the motorhome. That is outside the motorhome temperature. That is the time. Bloody hell, it's right nearly. And then that is me telling the motorhome to use the 12 volt. That is me telling me to put the taps on, and that is telling me to turn my lights on and turn them off. You can't go wrong. You don't need that.
Just get used to it.
It is so straightforward. Now, when you get a new motorhome, they're like a bloody iPad, and they're so complicated. Why they needed to change that is beyond me.
So that's all analog.
That's all it is. You can't really go wrong with it. All you're simply doing is finding what your vehicle's at,
moving it across,
and what each symbol means. Once you figure that out, that's as easy as it gets. So what you tend to probably do when you're camping out is you'll turn all the lights off individually. You've got a light switch there, so you can leave your control unit on but your lights off, and then when you come in at night you can just flick them back on. You don't have to be scrolling through all this in the middle of the night. The iNet is a device that will allow you to work your heating from your phone.
Right.
You go out for a few shandies, the temperature's dropped. As long as you've got Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, sorry, you can tell the central heating to come on before you get back.
Yeah.
But how it will be and how it will look when you come to it first time. So you keep your finger on it for about 5 seconds, it will go off.
Yeah.
All the central heating's coming off now. I come to want it on. Keep your finger on it. Must have to leave it a second. Now, come on. Right. The first normal setting that it goes flashing to is that one. That is a motorhome with a thermostat inside it. So believe it or not, that is the temperature that you want your heating to be at. And I've just had it at 28 degrees. So I had it at 28 degrees. I press on that now. I move it across one, and now I've got a thermostat in water. That is basically telling me how I want to get my hot water. And you have 3 settings. You've just got to decide, you're in no rush, but you want to put your water on so it's there when you need it. You can put it on eco. You've got to decide you want it pretty urgently. You can put it on hot, or you can boost it all together. Okay, once you've got where you want it to be, press on it, and that is now the water set. The next one is the gas bottle and the thunderbolts. Well, that's asking you, because normally it's on that one, that's asking you whether you want it on gas, whether you want to mix it, a bit of gas and a bit of electric, mix it a bit more gas, more electric, and then you've got the electric settings, electric 1, electric 2. All depends on how soon you are desperate for that heating to kick in. Again, if you've just got to sign, you just want to air it through and get the heating on nice and slowly, then just put it on the lower setting. If you want it there because you're freezing, then set it to the high one. Once you've got the heating, once you've got the heating where you want it, click on it, and then you're on to the next setting, which is basically the ventilation. How soon you want it pushed through. Eco or I. Once you've got that setting where you want it, press on it, and that's it now. You've set the top bar up. You've got the heat, you've got the temperature of the heating, temperature of the water, where you want the power supply to come from, and the ventilation on the heating. The bottom settings, if you're away for a week or 2, and you're early risers and you want your heating to come on at 5 o'clock in the morning and go off at 10 o'clock in the morning, that's those 2 settings then, on and off. And the last one is just the settings of this actual unit, the language, the clock, the brightness, and the temperature settings. That's all that is. And instead of pressing that middle button, you can also just press the return button. Again, can't go wrong. If you do, 5 seconds on there. Seems a long time, but then it goes off.
Right, okay.
The brains, the heating, that's as difficult as it's going to get for you. But please, YouTube, manuals, whatever you need to do to get comfortable with it, You have got a nice one. You really have.
No, right.
Your gas is on. Oh, is my control unit on? Oh, it was, but my auxiliary is not on, so I'll put my auxiliary on. That will now allow the clicker to work. 1, 2. You have got an electric side, but that is only lit up because I've got it
plugged in, yeah.
If it weren't plugged in, that would not work. Light is not on, so that is now turned off. Please, please, please bear in mind, because 9 times out of 10 you may be hooked up, you tend to use that quite a lot, because if you're using that, you're using your own gas. You pay for electric, you're going to use electric. But please bear in mind, once this is up to temperature and you put that down, that will shatter into a million pieces. So just be cautious before putting that down, that is nice and cool and you don't need to worry about anything. Oh, an extractor fan and the light, very posh. USB, 12 volt. So again, 12 volt sockets is what you're going to use if you're wild camping. USBs you can use while you're wild camping. This one will only work when you are plugged in. Right. Your fridge is nice and easy because it's got something that not many fridges have, and that's the word or the letter A. That stands for auto. This fridge, as long as that A is lit up, will automatically find the best source of power. So at the moment we're hooked up, it's going to take it straight from the hook up. Feeling there? Around about half an hour before you. So it's on full. That's a bit of a trial and error. If you ever need to turn that down, it's just a case of going through that. If you get a warning, it'll flash up on there. And the majority of the time that will flash is because you've got no gas, you've got no hookup, and your engine's not on. So that's the only time that'll flash up. So we're on hookup. We've got a flame, that's from gas, and we've got a battery, and it's from the vehicle battery, not from the leisure. That will only come on if you are not hooked up and your gas is not on and you are driving. Then it will take it from there.
Right.
Whenever you're going away and whenever you've got a fridge full of food, if you can put some power to it for about an hour to let it get up to temperature, the vehicle battery will just take over and just keep it at that temperature it's at. If you are relying on the vehicle battery to get you up to temperature, it will take a hell of a long time.
Right, okay.
So the vehicle battery is just more of a ticking over, keeping that temperature of what it was. Right. If you're asking it to start from nothing, chances are after a few hours of driving, that fridge is not going to be really, really cold. Alright? But as long as you've got it on that A, it will automatically find the best source. If you've got no source coming in, then unfortunately it's not doing anything for you. If you want to turn it off, keep your finger on it and the fridge will then go off. It did say it got some water in it actually, didn't it?
Yeah, about 25%, yeah.
Now your pump's kicking. You've got one of the quiet ones. Normally when you ask it to put the pump on, regardless of whether that water is running or not, you will hear the pump come on to get it up to pressure. You should be getting some hot water because it's been on quite a while. If you just put your hand underneath there, it's just getting warm. They do take around half an hour to get warm properly, so please be patient with it. Again, you've got a right kit up here. You really have. You've got the proper batteries fitted. You've got 2 of them, so you could wild camp to your heart's content, really. Yeah. And if you ever come to any appliances that aren't working, your fuse box and your trip switch box is down there as well. So if you ever come to the fridge and it's not working for some reason, straight away go there because chances are it's just tripped out.